What's up, guys? It is Monday, December 19th at 6 a.m. and this is the crypto newsletter. So jumping right off into it, we got CZ saying, remember, maximum greed happens at the top and maximum fear happens at the bottom. Not financial advice, just stating a fact. And that's just straight facts. He's spitting the truth there. As we know, the majority usually loses out. So when people are mostly greedy, that's usually the top. When people are mostly fearful, selling their bags, that's usually the bottom. And you can even see with Bitcoin, we got the Stargate Fear and Greed Index here. And we can even take a look at the past times that we were fearful and the past times we were greedy. And when we go through here, I'll just label some of the times that we're very fearful, right? So the dark red is like extreme fear. Light red is like light fear. Hold on, let me. Yep. So we got the light fear. We had light fear back here. And then usually when we get into the dark green, that's our greed phase. So green, dark green, dark green, 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 dark green, right? So as you can see, he's spot on the money because you want to sell when people are greedy and you want to buy when they're fearful. Even just playing that strategy, I mean, you would have done very well. And we can stay up at certain levels and the sentiment can die off. And that could be a great sign or kind of a indicator, a leading indicator to know that the price is going to catch up to that sentiment. So as you can even see here, if we're looking at it like this, we already have had our fear back in here with the FTX collapse, and we've kind of already regained our sentiment here. So just like if we're judging it back from here, maybe price has to catch up with that, right? So then we come back up, hit that 19.5K level, see where we get there. But yeah, I would say, man, we're at a critical level right now. Definitely this week is going to be a big week as far as knowing the direction of this big imminent move that's about to happen. We're already seeing some signs. So if you haven't already, you want to get in the Discord and get updated in real time with the automated signals that are pressing through here with the Stargate signals, because even this chart that I saw, and we've been talking about it, the 2008 stock market crash versus today, what do we think, right? Like when I say that we're at that point, we're absolutely at that point. You can see 2008 in the light blue and the black is 2022. And we're at that final phase. We're at the make or break moment where if we start to pull down here today, like this week, we're really going to know. And we could be on the precipice of another financial crash, or it could be the biggest fake out of all time. And we could have a gold swan event. Let's just say that. Not a black swan, but a gold swan. And we're going to go into our deep dive later today. But so that's why you want to get into the Discord. The link will be in the bio. Get updated in real time with all these automatic signals in here we have for all the cryptos, 10-year bonds, dollar, etc. So let's keep going on the newsletter. We got here are give potential BTC price triggers to keep in mind until Christmas. So wave lower for all markets, 5 things to know in Bitcoin this week. So let's take a look. So they're asking the question, capitulation or slow grind? Are we going to slowly grind our way down, or is it just going to be like one candle that just sends it through? It goes through the past times. So 2011, 2014, 2018, 2022. Each time, we went from 68% down from the base, 56% down, 50% down. So we're seeing that from the base, we're seeing a kind of decreasing percentage down from that point ever since 2011, 14, 2018, and now 2022. We're going to have to see if that remains true. But there are potentially some low targets. They're saying around like 10,000, could be even 14,000. It's definitely a possibility depending on, and this week is going to be the big tell. But let us keep going here because they're talking about some potential things to keep on the mind. They're talking about new US data due as analysis predicts risk asset dive. Goes into so we're going to get some GDP kind of data that's coming out. I'm not sure when they said it was going to come out. But then we have here Binance CEO calls FUD as foul play claims continue. So Binance, we need to keep on our radar. Miners are up the competition. We've seen the hash rate kind of skyrocket here as far as the hash rate for Bitcoin mining. And then sentiment predicted to fall to 2022 lows. And we've already kind of showed the sentiment there. It's actually already gone down to that fear point. We're kind of getting a little more hopeful here. We could go back down to that fearful kind of state, but we'll have to see. And let's take a look at the official fear and greed index. Yeah, we're in fear right now. So we got 29, and you can see that we're trying to get our sentiment to change the tides here. Yeah, you can see we're very close to having like a breakout as far as the sentiment goes, even though the price doesn't show that. Yeah, you can definitely see if we're like putting a trend line down there, trend line up here, it's going to be happening very, very soon. So let's see what that is going to be. So let's keep going. Infrastructure bills, crypto tax provisions coming in January 2023. One lawmaker is hoping to get the new crypto tax provisions delayed until further clarification is achieved. So new cryptocurrency tax reporting requirements approved in November 2021 are slated to take into effect in the new year, and traders should be prepared, accountants warn. The Infrastructure and Investment Jobs Act, which was highly debated for its language in cryptocurrency in the months before it was passed, requires all crypto transactions of $10,000 or greater to be reported. The requirement only applied to transactions completed in cash. So that's some IRS kind of in tax provisions that are coming into effect. Then we have too easy to read books on cybersecurity. If you hold crypto, you need to know the basics of security. I'm gonna ask Alan if he's read either of these books and have us kind of give us a review on them and see if they're good. I'll have him let people know in the security and privacy section in the Discord right up here. So I'll have him chat in there what he thinks about those books and if they're good and if people should kind of grab them and read them. So now let's keep going. We got U.S. Banking Committee Chair floated the idea of banning crypto in the U.S. during an appearance on Meet the Press. And I said, sounds quite familiar. I remember Kendra Hill warning. So if you haven't already seen the video I did with Kendra Hill and the conspiracy there, that was crazy. That one gave me goosebumps, and that she had predicted or gave a warning that crypto would be banned. So I was kind of, when I saw that, I was like, where have I heard that before, right? All right, so next up, we got, it's official. The United States is developing a bank-to-bank digital currency, aka a wholesale digital currency. And while the world was busy watching the collapse of crypto exchange FTX, the U.S. Federal Reserve System made an important move. Speaking at the Singapore FinTech Festival on November 4th, senior official from the New York Fed Reserve surprised many in the audience by announcing that for the past several months, the New York Fed has been developing a wholesale CBDC designed to speed up transfers between banks around the world. For those who thought the United States was behind in the digital currency space race, this news was welcome. In a subsequent white paper on the project named Project Cedar, the New York Fed explained that it has already completed stage 1 of testing and proved that international currency transactions could be done both quickly and safely through the blockchain. But buried in the technical details was a revealing line on the ambitions of the project. The goal of the new network is to reduce settlement risk in cross-border cross-currency transactions. The message, we see what the world is doing on CBDCs, and the United States is not going to be left behind. So they're on board with it. There we go. And then we got this over here. Ripple CEO's attorney withdraws from case. The details. So that's kind of out of left field. In the Ripple case, motions for summary judgment have now been fully briefed. As the final submission has already been made, Ripple is asking the judge to rule in its favor, with the verdict expected in early 2023. So that is going to be very interesting as far as what plays out after that. So why is so much XRP being transferred to Coinbase? Are they about to relist XRP? You got about like $30 million or $32 million worth of XRP being sent over to Coinbase. It's not like it's tradable, right? So that's definitely perks the ears up for sure. Then we got the Federal Reserve's pursuit of a reverse wealth effect is undermining crypto. The Federal Reserve is seeking to push investors into reevaluating their portfolios by injecting chaos into markets. How our Federal Reserve policies are affecting crypto. Obviously, we all know that we definitely feel the effect. So as soon as they kind of switch up their policies, I'm sure we'll see a switch up in the effect of, it'll be the exact opposite. It'll be a hyper boom. Then we have this SEC chairman says important to regulate crypto issuers and intermediaries. He stressed the importance of bringing intermediaries and issuers of crypto securities into compliance. In addition, the U.S. Department of Treasury The U.S. Treasury Department's Financial Stability Oversight Council has recommended that regulatory agencies continue to enforce existing rules and regulations applicable to the crypto asset ecosystem. Then we got this news piece. We are thrilled Block Data Tech has named Corda the DLT technology of choice in their report, The State of CBDCs in 2022. The article discusses which central banks are pursuing CBDC projects and what it will take to achieve universal adoption. Read now. We will definitely dive into that deeper in a different video, but for now, we're just going to kind of roll past that one. So why Tether and stablecoin USDT have become a big crypto worry, I believe we all know by this point, but it's kind of, once you start to see the signs in the mainstream media and kind of the narrative being built, it's definitely, you want to stay a little cautious on this. We all know that USDT, Binance could both be potential black swan catalysts to really tank this market. So definitely on the radar there. And then they're talking about what's the problem with Tether, talking about their finances. It's been definitely a thing, ongoing thing since like 2018. So we'll have to see when the cards fall for Tether, but is it going to be now or is it going to be later on, right? But eventually it does seem like it's going to happen. All right, so now we got this video from Standard Custody. Has Flare Networks token on the roadmap for institutional custody, says CEO. PolySign second blockchain, Atomic Net launching 2023, a settlement layer. Plans after phase one have a publicly available token. So let's hear what he's got to say.
Okay, then
Flare is on our list, but it's on our roadmap.
Okay.
Flare is on our list. We're not currently, but it's on our roadmap.
Is the Polynet coin crypto asset going to be made available for purchase on the public markets?
It's a ways away, but ultimately the answer to that would be yes. But maybe some regulator might be watching this. We got a lot of wood to chop around ultimately bringing Polynet. Version 1 will not have a plan as to have a token. We have a lot of work to do in terms of structuring to determine whether or not it will be a security or not. And if it's deemed to be a security or believed it to be a security, we will absolutely register it as such and comply with all the laws of the land. And we will be...
We got 350 new scam tokens were created per day this year. Per day. So it's very hard if you're brand new to crypto or you're still trying to figure it out to understand what's a scam, what's not, which coins have value, which don't. So that's why I suggest that you go over to stargate-ventures.com, our website here. The link will be in the bio. Get yourself that free crypto masterclass accelerator. We are ending the free accelerator starting January 1st. And then you'll have to pay for a membership to get the course videos. So you got about like 12 days left to get this free crypto masterclass accelerator and run through it. It's about 13 videos. So access to 13 fundamental videos preparing you for a macro mindset for the next coming crypto craze. In there, you're going to learn about a couple of things. You're going to learn about the current system and what sucks about it, right? The biggest scam in history of mankind, history of money, and understanding inflation, Bretton Woods, gold standard, the Bancor, right? All this stuff. Then you go into mission 2. We're going to learn about the future system and what it looks like, go into all these things, and you're going to really understand what makes a crypto a scam, what makes it kind of a collectible, and what makes it a utility-driven crypto, and why those are so valuable and why you want to get your hands on those and avoid scams like the plague. So definitely go over to stargate-ventures.com. Right on the main page here, get your free crypto masterclass accelerator, a little bit of info, and bam, you get access right away. So let us keep going. So this is saying Binance US does not have your money. It turns out it probably exists, but it's held by Binance International, which is, of course, an illegal runaround of US regulations. Walls closing in on CZ Binance. That's why I was saying Binance US, I do not trust it at this very moment. I believe the only reputable exchanges at the moment are Uphold and Coinbase. And then you want to keep your assets on that ledger or your Trezor or your Decent, whatever it may be. Definitely don't want to be playing with fire here. So also, too, along with that, Ledger for US citizens did announce the other day for US based users, swap your crypto with CIC through Ledger Live. So we're going to be able to do our peer-to-peer swaps right through our ledger now. We don't even have to put it on the exchange. So if that's something that's been holding you back from doing the peer-to-peer or giving it a shot, Now we're going to be able to swap directly on our ledger, holding our assets on our device in our hands. So we're going to be able to play these pair-to-pair swings right in here, right directly on our ledger. So that's going to be great as well too. Then we got this right here. It's officially the United States is developing a bank-to-bank digital currency. We already read about that. And then we got this right here. Record central bank gold rush triggered by fears of Western sanctions. Central bank snapped up more gold in the first 9 months of 2022 than all the annual total sales since 1967. So obviously something big is happening, right? Something as big is happening as we speak. And it has to do with gold. And we know about the Moscow World Standard. We know about all these things. And they all play a key part to this transition that's about to happen. Then we have this from Bloomberg, December 18th, yesterday. Why Tether and stablecoin USDT have become a big crypto worry. We already went through that article. Then we have this, the upcoming implementation of ISO 222 in the high value payment space is set to unlock a host of benefits for the cross-border payments industry. They explore how preparations are ramping up into the ISO 222 era. So to March and beyond. 3 months. We are 3 months away. I hope you're prepared, because if you're not, you want to get into those videos over here. All right, get in there. But now we have this. So it's from December 15th. The upcoming implementation of ISO 222 in the high value payment space is set to unlock a host of benefits for the cross-border payments industry, from improved compliance processes to the creation of innovative products and services. Dutch Bank's Joey Hahn explores how preparations are ramping up, what we should expect as we transition into the ISO 222 era. So then it goes into it all right here, and let's dive into it. So I will not actually dive deep into this article yet. I'll save that for the State of the CBDC's article as well too. So we're just going to keep moving on here. So what's going to be announced in the coming days? So Charles Hawkinson a day ago, there's no point inviting toxicity into your life. It's abusive and pointless. Even in saying it's now there, our mocking baby means life is too short. Move on and cut it out. XRP provides no partnership or technical value. The community is toxic and petty. I can live without it. Joel Katz, CTO of Ripple, comes in, says you may want to wait a few days and read this tweet back and think about whether you're sure that's a combination of things you really want to say. So announcement coming soon, maybe, right? So we're going to have to see this week. I mean, we could have a golden swan moment. Then we have this: Nigeria set to pass bill recognizing Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. The slated law comes as Nigeria's era has only managed to obtain a 0.5% adoption rate, a little more than a year after its launch in October 2021. So they're going to try to make crypto and bring it into the traditional system. It's not about lifting the ban. We are looking at the legality, what is legal and what is within the framework of our operations in Nigeria. That is such a low adoption rate though. So you can see that people aren't buying into it. Then we got bridging gaps and building networks through digitized trade finance. With Asia being one of the world's largest economies, trade finance is a key element in facilitating the region's cross-border commerce. According to the IMF, about half the imports in the United States and a third in Europe come from Asia. The financial agencies also note that Asia accounts for almost half of the global demand for key commodities. However, the disruption of recent years has underscored that these opportunities will continue to be tempered by headwinds, highlighting the need for greater agility and resilience. So optimizing document processing due to with the supply chain. So every day, trade finance deals with massive volumes of data that need to be processed, delivered to stakeholders such as banks and traders. These data sets are exchanged at different stages of the supply chain, but due to reliance on paper documentation and checking, can introduce unnecessary holdups such as contractual delays. And then it goes into more challenges of seamless credit flows, and then adopting blockchain to make the trade finance kind of processes be streamlined. And so blockchain technology adoption, digital solutions as blockchain hold the potential to elevate trade finance by providing technological infrastructure to manage large volumes of data quickly, efficiently, and securely through a decentralized network. Blockchain technology will enable documents related to trade finance to be effectively managed by hashing it to ensure that parties involved are able to access and amend documents to the latest version. So reaping all that trade digitization has to offer. So yeah, instead of leveraging a plug-and-play blockchain solution eases this transition, giving businesses the best of both worlds. So being able to kind of utilize Hyperledger Foundation and just like get the benefits from each blockchain, whether they need more privacy or need a faster blockchain or whatever they're trying to do, they can do the plug and play and get all the features from their specific offerings that Hyperledger does and be able to create the best blockchain solution for them. Then we have this. So Germany calls for global regulation of crypto industry. And let's see what they had to say here. The president of Germany's financial market regulator, BaFin, said a hands-off approach that would just let the industry grow as a playground for grown-ups was the wrong tactics. They're trying to get that global regulation to come in, right? So we've been saying that. Storage protocol token Slide as traders short Filecoin in storage. As you guys already know, we actually bought that dip in the Discord. I kept people updated in real time. And I think it was in the pair-to-pair signals, swing trades. Oh, you know where it was? It was in the announcements. I had said, everybody, I am buying Filecoin as we speak. And we bought it around like $2.80. Yeah, it was over here. Everyone, I'm buying Filecoin as we speak. At that time, it was at $2.75. I believe it's a little over $3 at the moment. And so that's why we go against the narrative. Once news comes out like this, it's kind of too late and you should do the opposite. And that's what we do here at Stargate. So VeChain partners with Mercedes-Benz on road to CO2 neutrality. Will it pump VeChain price? So Hydro signs a deal to supply Mercedes-Benz low carbon aluminum starting in 2023 till 2030. 2023 is the kickoff year, man. It's spelling it out. Car manufacturer Mercedes-Benz has partnered with Hydro, one of the largest aluminum companies in the world, and user of VeChain Thor. Hydro states in a press release that the partnership will see it supply Mercedes with low carbon aluminum. This will help Mercedes reduce the carbon footprint of its vehicle fleet, including the fully electric EQ models. Hydro will supply the first batch of Hydro Reduxa, its low carbon aluminum line. These include high voltage cable. Let's keep going. So Hydro and Mercedes have agreed to a common low carbon technology roadmap between 2023 and 2030. The two companies are also working individually to reduce the carbon footprints of their operations. So they're trying to deliver industrial scale zero carbon aluminum by 2030. There we go. And then I think I'm going to leave it off at that. I'm going to share more about the CBDC project as well as that with R3 and ISO as well, with a lot of other things too, some other CBDC initiatives and stuff. So I'll be pushing out a follow-up newsletter later today along with any additional news that comes out. So if you haven't already, link will be in the bio. Get that free crypto class accelerator as well as join the Discord. Say what up. I'll say what up too, and I will see you in there.